Today we'll be taking a close look at how to maximize right stick gripper and how to use the right stick defensive animations in general in NBA 2K24. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a better understanding of the steal system and why you should use the right stick animations on defense. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. The right stick defensive options in NBA 2K24 aren't exactly new to 2K, but what has changed is the benefits to using these animations to get the most out of your defensive attributes and badges. When I had a chance to attend this past community day event, NBA 2K developer Wolf stated that there was an additional boost to going for steals with the right stick versus using square or X. Even with the badge right stick ripper, which can stack on top of glove and clamps, many gamers aren't fully utilizing the right stick properly to reap the benefits of this new system. But the right stick doesn't just stop at steals, as improved shot contest animations also exist within the system, which we'll discuss first. So the first thing we have to learn is what inputs on the right stick give you different animations for steals and contests. For shot contests, the speed in which you flick up and the distance to the shooter will determine what kind of contest you'll get. I know some are asking why learn this when triangle or Y still works for contesting shots. While Y or triangle will be needed in certain scenarios, it's actually not the best option for defenders to contest. The first reason is Y or triangle greatly increases your chances of fouling a shooter, as this is the designated block button. That's the only function for the triangle button on defense. So the ability to block or the animation you'll get will obviously factor in your timing and rating, but the defender is still trying to make an attempt at the basketball. While using the right stick will trigger actual shot contest animations. These can lead to blocks, but we're no longer leaving our feet and can defend a drive if the shooter is simply pump faking. To contest with the right stick, we want to flick the right stick up. This will trigger the contest. If you are far, the system will think you are trying to close out on a shooter, so you may jump. These animations are faster and can give you a better coverage percentage than the triangle contest. Also, challenger triggers more often using this method, and that badge helps negate a lot of shooting badges and shrinks the green window for your opponent. Now, the last thing we'll talk about with using the right stick to contest is using it to actually close out on shooters. You want to hold the right stick up and use the left stick to move your defender, and that is going to close out. This is a proper way to close out. I would especially use this against someone that you know does not like to shoot jump shots, or people that just try to bait you to close out too hard on the perimeter and then just try to drive around you and trigger dunks. Now we'll move to right stick steals. First, I want to show you, if you are struggling to understand how to swipe with the proper hand, you can head over to the controller settings and then switch from absolute to camera relative. If you're playing on 2K Cam, this will now make flicking right swipe with your right hand and vice versa for your left side. By default, absolute is turned on, so right stick flicks are inverted, meaning if you flick right, that is going to trigger your left hand, and flicking left will trigger your right hand. I personally have gotten used to this, the default controls, and that's what I use. Now, the right stick ripper badge is a new badge that gives a boost for steal attempts made with the right stick. You can still get steals with X or square, but you won't activate this badge or receive the boost that comes from using the right stick. And this badge can stack with glove and interceptor. So every steal attempt you make should be done with the right stick. The difficult part is knowing when you should go for a steal. The steal system is pretty straightforward. Whenever the basketball is exposed directly in front of the defender, that will give you a successful steal attempt. Reaching or swiping across the offensive player's body will result in a foul every time. There is a window for successful steal attempts, just like skilled dunks. If the offensive player has a lower dribbling rating, this window is increased. This window also increases with animations like the walk back, where the basketball is not protected at all. Also, blowout dribbles and animations where the ball is changing hands are the best opportunities to go for steals, as again the basketball is not being shielded. If you spam steal attempts, this will decrease your window as your adrenaline bars and lower stamina decreases ratings. Swiping with the hand closest to the basketball will give you the best results. So this means if a ball handler is crossing over from left to right, you want to swipe with your right hand as the basketball is being exchanged. A good way to practice steals is on the blacktop on Hall of Fame difficulty and the My Career drills, where you can get a better feel for contact steals to learn your timing. So I know that was a lot of information, but I do want to slow down one of these clips, which is the Marcus Smart clip. So as you're seeing right now, I can't get to the basketball. The angle is the most important part to getting a steal. And of course, this changes when the basketball changes hands. So now that once he changes hands, I'm able to activate glove and a right stick ripper, and I'm able to get the basketball. So again, this is why waiting for the basketball to change hands is the best way to get a steal in NBA 2K24. Another clip that I want to break down is this Jason Tatum. Of course, this is kind of controversial because unpluckable and people feel like the protect stance just is supposed to stop you from ever getting a steal. That's not how basketball works. And the reason why is because, of course, as you're seeing right now, Jason Tatum is changing hands, and that is again putting the basketball in front of Jimmy Butler, which is why he got the steal. If you guys go to the blacktop and my career drills, the gauntlet pickpocket, that is going to be your best way to get better at timing. And that's all it really is. I'm Jerseymade93. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, as well as like and subscribe. Comment what you think about the video, or chat with me on Twitter at Jerseymade93, as well as check out my last 2 videos. I got a lot more content to make up for the little hiatus I took. Peace.